Johnny, are you just a fool? Hello gamers, here we are. Johnny versus Mario Sunshine. So, gamers, I have been led under good authority on my last Johnny watch-along, which will be in the description if you want to watch it, that this guy had a really wacky take when it came to Sunshine. Let's find out what he had to say. Also, if anyone's curious, my opinion on Sunshine is I think it's pretty shit. And anyone who disagrees is an overrated flop. So, Johnny, do you agree or do you disagree? Let's find out.
So then, you're back.
Hang on, I forgot it's an old YouTube video. Let me guess. I'm just going to guess right off the rip chat. So hang on, what year is this? 2014. You're talking to the game, and then you're going to turn to the camera and be like, "Get a fucking load of this guy, am I right?" That's what's going to happen.
So then, you're back.
It's a 2014 video.
Thought I'd forget what happened over 10 years ago? Don't try and butter me up. An entire summer wasted on you, and for what? For what?
I mean, I mostly predicted that, right, eh, chat? Mostly. I'm gonna give myself half a point for that. Do I get half a point for that, chat? Do I get half a point for that?
For what? For what?
Oh man. That was awkward.
Metroid Prime and Super Smash Bros. Melee were some of the first titles I ever purchased for myself on the Nintendo GameCube. However, before I actually got the lunchbox, my very first GameCube title was already given to me as a birthday present, and that was Super Mario Sunshine. Let's get started.
Alright, I promise not to be too melancholy for this review, but I have my reasons which you'll find out soon enough.
Let's go.
While not a launch title, Super Mario Sunshine did release a few months after the GameCube debuted in store shelves, and hey, we weren't entirely deprived of Super Mario action in the meantime. There was Luigi's Mansion. It's not the same thing, I know, but it's better than nothing. I should look at this at some point. It's not like Luigi's in this game anyway. Mario and Princess Peach have had enough of the Mushroom Kingdom shit for the time being and decided to take a vacation to Isle Delfino, a tropical resort that hosts some of the most unwholesome beings in the Mario universe, the Piñatas. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun a bit here. Fuck these guys. They're not all jerks, but—
Oh, hate them? Fuck it out. Pianta slander. I will be there no matter what.
The other 98% are. The vacation is off to a rough start immediately after the plane lands, as the airport is strangely covered in a mysterious goop. The townspeople seem to be blaming Mario for the ruckus, but we know that's horseshit as we just fucking got here, and Peach knows that too, but she doesn't feel the need to speak up when it matters. Yeah, just keep staring at that sinister silhouette, Peach. To clean up the goop, Mario gets equipped.
Bruv, early 2000s video games were funny to me. Just look at this 1,000-yard stare, man. Look at this shit, chat.
Yeah, just keep staring at that sinister.
Look at that, man. No animation, no thoughts, head empty, just a... Fucking hell, man.
Silhouette, Peach. To clean up the goop, Mario gets equipped with Flood,
a flash liquidizer ultra dousing device.
The power of the glorified Super Soaker CPS 3200 allows Mario to clean up the mess, where out pops a shiny object that Mario grabs without question. Celebrations are cut short though when Mario is suddenly arrested and incarcerated on the charge of covering the entirety of Isle Delfino in this paint-like substance. Proper litigation, due process, credible evidence, a right to an attorney. These are the things the judicial system of Isle Delfino laugh at, as Mario is sentenced to clean up the whole—
Mario knew what it feels like to be one of the brothers, am I right? Mario knew what it feels like to be one of the brothers. That's the one thing Sunshine did well. It taught me about institutionalized racism.
Island and isn't allowed to leave until he finishes the job.
Woke Mario.
We'll be watching you, pal. We'll know if you start slacking off.
What's really going on is that a doppelganger of Mario is roaming around the island and messing shit up, causing the power source of Isle Delfino, the Shine Sprites, to scatter and cause a continuous darkness that'll only go away if Mario gets the Shine Sprites back. I think I'm beginning to see why I thought of this game when I was playing Billy Hatcher. The Shadow Mario, as the game calls it,
Peach.
makes no effort in hiding himself in the public eye. People can clearly see there are two Marios running about, with one clearly trying to stop the other, and Mario is still tasked with cleaning up the island.
God, this stupidity. You know, this is absolutely different than standard Mario shit, I'll give it that. But this game sure as hell isn't giving me a good reason to want to help these people out besides clearing my own name, which I have to do by default.
That's the gist of it. Mario's got
The worst part is I would accuse him of like cinema sinsing a bit too hard. Like, why is the game being a game? What the fuck? But it is like just really weird that I could understand like the plot of there's a doppelganger, he's framed you, and now you have to do what he does. But like literally, he's running through town. Do you know what I mean? They make no attempt to hide him. I'm just like, that's a bit much. Like even 10-year-old me was like, can we get a VAR check on that bitch? Like if Shadow Mario was like hidden in those levels where you jump in a portal and he's like, sorry, flood is gone, bye-bye. Then like, oh, he's hidden. Like he's hiding from people so that we're not there at the same time. But literally, he's right there. He's right there.
to clean things up by warping the different points of the dolphin-shaped island and collect shine sprites. This game's version of the Power Stars from Super Mario 64. Spraying goop with high-pressured water is only a small part of the equation, as gathering sprites just requires Mario to be Mario. Jumping through over hazards, facing off against bosses big or small, and ripping tentacles off of innocent bloopers. Yep, nothing out of the ordinary here. Your flexibility is about the same as Mario 64, minus the combat. He can't punch or kick anymore, but I don't think that was really important, because jumping on enemies was just as good, if not a better option overall. The long jump was also removed, as the L trigger is dedicated to the camera reset feature and the R trigger is mapped to Flood. I'll get to him in a second. This used to bother me a whole lot, more so when Flood was taken away from Mario during those intense platforming sequences, but then I discovered the real power of the dive maneuver, making its return from Mario 64. This can be awesome with great timing. You can get Mario to move rather quickly with consecutive button pressing. His control, on the other hand,
wetting the ground in front of you and then sliding is kind of fun. I feel like when the shit actively doesn't make sense, it's just the game doesn't work. Yeah, literally. Like if it was, oh, but he's a doppelganger, but like the game went at least to some degree to hide Shadow Mario. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Been fine-tuned to what I think is near perfection, the GameCube controller. I love this thing so much, and it works so well for this game. Analog movement is ultra smooth, the buttons are in all the right places, and response time is quick. The camera is far better than last time thanks to it being mapped to the C-Stick, which has greater precision than button presses. Super Mario Sunshine, on a technical level, just feels better than the classic N64 title. Flood is the new mechanic exclusive for this game. By default, it has two modes: the normal water shooter that can take care of dirty problems from a considerable distance either on the move or at a standstill, and the hovering nozzle, two powerful streams of water blasted towards the ground that can levitate Mario for a few seconds. The hovering nozzle rocks. You'd be surprised how much fun I can have just by letting Mario jump far distances and then further prolonging my airtime with hovering. It feels great finding different ways to either avoid things or approach current objectives by being creative with Flood.
I always felt like, even when I tried to replay this game as an adult, I always felt like the Flood just kind of slowed things down a bit too much. It feels like in order to justify the Flood's hover, you had to make the platforms further apart from each other. You know? And it's just like, it's cool, but I'm just like, could I not have just done some normal platforming? Could you not make it more fun? The rocket, I did like the rocket. The rocket was fun. And the one that makes you go super fast is fun. I like the other two. The other two nozzles are fun. The hover is just kind of like, it's cool in like theory, but like in execution, it's just not done nearly as well as you like. I feel like if the Flood hover was like indefinite as long as you had water, because if I'm not mistaken, right, you hover for a bit, and then even if you hold the button down permanently, you can only hover for a set amount of time before you drop, right? Which obviously kind of limits its usability. If you could like literally indefinitely hover, which would obviously cause your meter to continuously drain, you could cause situations where like maybe you could put platforms way far, so hey, you need your Flood to be at least 80% full to get here, or 20, so then there's like a lot more meter management involved in just climbing as opposed to it being a bit more free. So I feel like it could have had a lot more depth if the game wasn't rushed, but unfortunately it was, which is a bit of a shame, honestly. It's decent, but I'd rather just spin jump.
There are two other modes you can later unlock for Flood, which are the rocket nozzle and turbo nozzle, the rocket one letting you launch incredibly high up into the air, and the turbo nozzle letting Mario blast away at high speeds. Alas, Flood can only hold on to two modes at a time, and it's always the hovering nozzle that gets replaced, so the two additional Flood modes are often limited to certain shine sprites, very much like the special caps in Mario 64. Though if you were to ask me, I think they're not as situational. Several locales have the rocket or turbo nozzle on standby when they aren't necessarily needed. They're there if you feel like using them, and I think that alone gives them a practicality that the Vanish, Metal, and Wing Cap didn't have last time. Do I personally use them when available? Not all the time, but the option's there if you want to take it, and I like that. I would have loved if the rocket and turbo nozzles were permanent upgrades to Flood, not only allowing for an incredibly versatile Mario, but for the possibility of extremely sophisticated level design that would take advantage of the added movesets. That's not the case here, obviously, but perhaps in a Sunshine sequel, you never know.
Yeah. Is that what you want, Johnny, yeah? So, when I ask people, chat, Galaxy 3 or Odyssey 2, he looked me in the eye and say, Sunshine 2. Yeah. Sunshine 2, little bro. I'm like, okay.
Flood requires a healthy supply of water to keep it going, but running out is never an issue. There's H2O all over the fucking place in this game. Such majestic looking water, too. I still think it looks nice today. Super Mario Sunshine is bright, colorful, and it really nails the beach setting, but I think the hazy weather effects added to represent the hot temperatures of Isle Delfino kind of makes the game look oversaturated at points. And when you're playing this on an HD TV, the cutscenes look distractingly pixelated. When you start collecting shine sprites in Pinna Park, you'll be able to unlock Yoshi for the hub world in certain missions. He can help Mario jump higher, eat enemies from a far distance with his tongue, and regurgitate his stomach juices to act similar to Flood. Yoshi needs to eat fruit to keep going, and for some baffling reason he can't swim. He disintegrates the instant he dives into water. Shorelines and resorts.
I always hated that shit, by the way. That shit like scared me when I was. I wish I was joking, chat. But you know, if I was to like if I was to give you a list of things where it shouldn't traumatize you, but I'm a kid, therefore it did. It's Yoshi disintegrating when he touched water. There's something about seeing that just made me like that. Kind of fucked with me. I think that's probably why I hated Sunshine as a kid. Because like, yeah, I'm used to like Super Mario. Because at that point, I had played the advanced port of Super Mario World, right? So I'm used to seeing Yoshi. If he gets hit, like, oh, he's running away and I can go catch him. So I'm like, oh, if he gets hit, then I can just like chase after him, right? No, he's dead. If I touch the water, he's dead. You know? That's like one of those moments that kind of fucked with me as a kid, that even though it wasn't intended to, it just did. Depending on the story and why they dissolve in the water is because they're made out of paint in Sunshine. What, the Yoshis? Fucking hell, man. No, that's scary. That's childhood trauma activities right there. For me, it was Toad's Factory's conveyor swapping. I believe it was the noise for some reason. There was a couple of other things that I could probably go through some of the list of things that really trauma law. Honestly, there's like, if I was to really sit down and think, there was a good chunk of video games that like had certain things that scared the shit out of me. That's definitely one of them.
Are the heart of a substantial number of areas in this game. As Isle Delfino, a tropical resort,
is from a shifting sandland level with music and really, that's what got you. Like that's the only one. If I come up with another one, I'll let you know. But there was like a good chunk of things that kind of fucked me when I was a kid, man.
Main setting, this makes sense. But if you don't find the beach setting interesting, Super Mario Sunshine is going to visually bore you until you get to those specific missions where things get a little weirder. To get really nitpicky for the moment, I love the color contrast of Pinata Village at night. I just like the way Mario pops out against the nighttime setting, and the flaming goop in one of the missions is almost hypnotizing.
It's the part where you get mean though, right, Johnny? Get mean with me. Kingfin scared the shit out of me. You really? Little Musty learns what death. Well, yeah, it literally, because it's one of those things where like I feel like it's important for kids to learn the concept, but like when you find out, you're just like, no. It's just so it's honestly traumatizing in a way. King Boo used to scare the shit out of me. The Shy Guy sprites in Mario 2, really. The ghost Easter egg in 3D Land. What's the ghost? I'm not familiar with that. Bowser turned into black paint when in this game was with Color Splash. I had a fear of balloons for years just because one felt weird once. Dino Piranha was a river was a river in the underwear in Super Paper Mario. The metal shark in Banjo-Kazooie. The first boss in DKC returns. What, like fucking Gruggly or whatever he's called? Bouldergeist? The beach theme definitely resonated with me a lot. Really? Okay. The first boss Bowser fight in NSMBDS scared me as a kid. I could do the rest of the level, but I had to hand it off to someone else. I could definitely see Bowser turning into a fucking skeleton in NSMB DS, like scaring people. I feel like that would have scared me if I was a kid, but I was a bit older at that point.
Missions.
Let's deal with this first. Shadow Mario is actually a new character introduced in this game, Bowser Jr., the son of the King of Koopas, and he kidnaps Princess Peach, believing her to be his mother.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away. Mama Peach?
Sonic Adventure 2 versus Mario Sunshine voice acting competition. Fucking hell, man. Oh, diabolical, lad.
I'm your mama?
She had to think about that. Holy shit, she fucked Bowser, didn't she? Oh man, you asked for a different plot in a Mario game and you get implications of a one-night stand between Princess Peach and Bowser. I will never ever again complain about the simplistic plot of a Mario game.
Oh, you don't like the idea of Peach and Bowser boning? Just pounding? You don't like that? Hey, why the long face? You know Bowser didn't have one when he was pounding it. As a kid, I got scared with a mini boss in the Ridley area from Metroid Zero Mission without a jump. Really? Oh, was it? Is it that that mini boss that like when you're running around, he like comes down from one side of the screen and that worm? That fucking wormy fuck? Oh, that guy. I don't think he scared me proper, but like that worm, like when you're just running around, guys, some worm just comes down and just comes in, and then all of a sudden you're in a fight. Like what the fuck? It's a cool sequence, but yeah, as a kid, I can imagine that. And the music like really kicks in. Fucking hell, yeah, I can imagine. Definitely.
Okay, I know I'm reading way too deep into that, but the end result is that Peach is kidnapped.
The worst part is, I don't even think you are. Literally, when Bowser Jr. says, leave my mama alone, the implication to any adult who knows what sex is pretty clear. You know, it's like, oh, if she's your mum and Bowser Jr. is your dad, then that means, like, we're not exactly doing, like, Pokemon fan stuff where they go, Victreebel's being choked. Mega Victreebel's being choked. It's like, okay, weirdo, stop being weird. That's not like, you know what I mean? That's a pretty simple conclusion to reach. They did that in the episode of SpongeBob. Remember when Patrick and SpongeBob were parents and the clam, like the little shellfish, was their kid? Even they did the joke in SpongeBob, in a SpongeBob episode. That's literally the joke they did.
And we need to go save her again. To reach the final area of the game, Corona Mountain, you have to chase down Shadow Mario in all 7 areas of Isle Delfino. The Shadow Mario missions are always episode 7 on the mission select, meaning you have to complete episodes 1 through 6 in order to reach it. Here's the thing, Super Mario Sunshine is not as open-ended as Mario 64, meaning you can't get shine sprites out of the intended order, as certain objectives will only appear if you select the corresponding mission. To its credit, when you select the mission objective, the game will momentarily point you in the general direction that you should be going, unlike in Super Mario 64 where Mario was just plastered into the world with no given context besides the mission's name, though I don't think that was a big issue.
Yeah, I don't think that was a big issue. In fact, that's one of the tiny things about 64 I really like, is that you got like the game was literally like, oh, star in the sky, and you're like, star in the sky? Where the fuck do I? All right, let's go and figure shit out. Star in the sky. Oh, star in the sky. You know, like I just love that. Like you could kind of just explore and kind of figure shit out. And I feel like the areas in 64 weren't so big where you get like super lost. Like maybe Hazy Maze Cave got a bit much. Other than the last 2, TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride, which we don't talk about. But like, the other 13 areas, I think they were quite chill for that, you know? Yeah, that aha moment is quite nice, you know, especially like a sandboxy game where like you're kind of supposed to figure it out for yourself. Where Drywall's kind of... I haven't played 64 in a while. It's definitely due for a replay.
Completing the Shadow Mario missions are mandatory. The total amount of shine sprites you have by the time you get to Corona Mountain is completely irrelevant. So that means you're pretty limited on how you complete the main quest. In Super Mario 64, you needed 70 Power Stars to reach Bowser, but what Power Stars you had and exactly how you achieved them was never the concern. Just get 70 of them and you're good to go, which I think encouraged multiple playthroughs. Here, you have to play every area of the game, you have to complete episodes 1 through 6 to get to the Shadow Mario missions, and you have to spray Shadow Mario down 7 separate times. If you're not a fan of this setup and prefer the Mario 64 route, well, tough shit, unfortunately.
Okay, that kind of sucks. I didn't finish Sunshine. I've never finished the game. I played it like a bit. I got to like the first maybe... I got to, I think, as a kid, I remember getting to that mission with the Cataquacks that are on those platforms. They have to, like, ground pound away. I remember that being the last one. As an adult, I didn't even get that far. I don't think I just gave up relatively early. So I didn't know that you had to get Shadow Mario every time. That makes it suck even more. Because, yeah, one thing I loved about 64 is that, hey, just get 70 stars. We don't care how. Just get it. But this one, you have to beat him? That's lame. Yeah, the levels are more sandboxy, but it doesn't matter when you have to... Yeah, exactly. That's annoying. I feel like even like a mod that just makes it a bit more free roam would make this game way better. Well,
I'm a pretty run-of-the-mill guy when it comes to collecting stars in 64, so the way Sunshine makes the adventure more linear doesn't entirely bother me, and being blunt here, what we have pre-Bowser Battle is better than what we get post-Bowser Battle.
Oh boy, we're about to go there, aren't we? Alright, well, Let me just grab this.
Stream gold, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe I'll
let's
do a
talk
stream
about
goal.
those shine sprites. Super Mario 64 had 15
Actually, I
courses,
own the
each
game, I think,
containing
already.
6 power stars plus a hidden star when
Still
you scored
play it.
100 coins. Super Mario Sunshine only has 7 main areas, about half of what the last game offered, but it still has 120 shine sprites to collect. So to partially counterbalance that, every stage has more shine sprites to obtain. How many? 11. 11 shine sprites total. 8 obtained from episodes, 2 secret shine sprites, and 1 shine sprite obtained from, once again, collecting 100 coins. I'm not gonna dance around this. These
Boring.
fucking blow yet again. You know why I hated them in 64, and they somehow made it
Boring.
worse here. Some 100 coin missions are very specific with the coin hunting, and to top it off, you gotta make sure you're in the correct episode to have the ability to collect 100 coins in the first place.
That's even worse. Holy sunshine. This game fucking sucks, man. Holy shit.
As far as I
This
know,
game
nothing
is
about the game tells you about
ass.
that. So don't screw yourself by picking the wrong episode and finding yourself wandering around the level with about 70 coins at your disposal before you realize you just wasted your time.
But let's do some
I remember
math.
this was a game released pre easily accessible internet, you know? So anybody getting this probably just doesn't know. Like right now, if something like this happened, annoying, but you could feasibly like expect someone, oh, just fucking look it up, you know? It doesn't justify it, but like makes it less frustrating. This is pre easily accessible internet. What are we doing here? That is insane, bros. I'll be real with you. That's bad, man.
Including
That's
the first
so
shine sprite you get at the
bad.
start of the game, the total amount of shine sprites you can gather by fully completing each of the 7 courses is 78 shine sprites. Subtract from 120, and that's a total of 42 shine sprites unaccounted for. So, what's
Wow.
the deal with that?
That's where Delfino Plaza steps in. The hub world itself has shine sprites to collect, some as simple as having the proper flood nozzle to reach it, and some requiring going through miniature
I
obstacles.
remember, this is before we even get to the shitty, like, pachinko machine or the lily pad or the watermelon. Remember, guys, a Mario 64 style game that doesn't have Mario 64 like progression. 100 star missions where you have to click the right mission to be able to get. And that's before we talk about this shit. Fuck my
Courses that
life,
can
man.
Fuck right off!
I'm never playing this game in my life again, man. I forgot
sorry.
a common theme amongst the AVGN and AVGN likes were excessive alcohol consumption. I always forgot that was a theme. Could never be your streamer though, chat. Never.
Super Mario Sunshine, in my opinion, is the most difficult 3D game in the series when you're going for every shine sprite. You know, the source of extreme difficulty coming from getting everything in the game is par for the course for any 3D platformer. Look at the Crash Bandicoot series and other games like Sonic Lost World. But here, you...
Oh, you get jack shit for getting every shine sprite in the game. There you go. That's why I have bitter memories towards Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, here comes the drinking again. Is it weird for me to... Okay, maybe as an adult, but like even as a kid, I never really expected the game to do anything when I did everything. Am I crazy for that? Because like I 100% is 64 DS. I wasn't expecting anything for it. I just wanted to 100% it. I don't know. Like as an adult, I probably want more. But as a kid, I didn't really. As a kid, I genuinely didn't care. When I 100% the game, I just wanted 100% the game. I wanted to say that I beat it. That was enough for me. As an adult, yeah, I want a bit more. I want a bit more. As a kid, I didn't really care though. I'll be real. Yeah, 64 gives you that's really you. Yeah, I'd say in the modern day, and even my sensibilities as an adult, I want at least a little sand, you know? Give me like some, even if you're a single player, the easiest thing you can do, chat, if you're a single player game, just give me cheats. Give me like a big head code, give me an all weapons code, give me like a no clip code. Single player game, just give me cheats. Give me like some old school GTA style cheats, you know? Where I can fuck about with the game now. I've beaten it, I've done 100% of the content, let me just fuck around in the sandbox for a little bit. Let me fuck around for a bit, you know? Let me play some fun shit before I, you know, call it raps. Let me go for a victory lap before I call it raps, you know? But I don't know, as a kid, I didn't really care. Hello, husband, how are you doing? What are you watching? Wife and I are watching. Oh my god, wife? Oh my god, I'm nervous now, chat. I'm nervous. Oh, fuck. Guys, we have to behave ourselves, okay? We love women, right, chat?
Let me take you back to 2003 during my first playthrough. I had the game, I was having fun, but then I realized Hey, if I only have to deal with getting Shadow Mario wet a few times, what's the point of collecting the shine sprites? You know, the things Mario was tasked with collecting? I wonder, will I get something cool if I collect them all? Like some sort of secret character or hidden level, the weather changing from summer to autumn, something? I don't know. I made it my mission during that summer to 100% Super Mario Sunshine.
Childhood Oh man, this review would never get made in the modern day, man. Fuck, that makes me. I'm actually sad, chat. I'm actually getting nostalgic. I'm actually getting nostalgic for a time that will never exist again. This guy, in the middle of his Sunshine review, is recalling a childhood memory that he had. Is excessively drinking. Fuck it. You just don't get this sort of review anymore, man. All these Zoomers be nonchalant. All these Zoomers be Scott the Woz clones, man.
I dealt with it all, dragging this stupid-ass watermelon to the giant blender while doing my best to avoid...
Do you know what it is? It's like, don't get me wrong, sometimes I could be a bit of a put the review in the bag little bro, but like I feel like towards like the middle end of your video, you can get away with like one of these kinds of moments. I feel like more reviewers should do this sort of thing every now and again, you know? I like it, man. I feel like it's earnest. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's earnest. It gives me like an insight into you as a person. It kind of reminds me of like when I did the whole GBA Rainbow Road story, my Rainbow Road review, you know? I thought that was a good part of the video because like I just kind of told you a story about me, you know? I kind of like this. I don't know, I kind of like it, gamers. I like the quirk. I like the earnestness.
But anything that can make it explode like a fucking bomb, trying to shoot these balloons while riding this forsaken roller coaster, this pachinko minigame where Mario controls like utter shit because of the level terrain and because it just fucking sucks. This game has some sort of freakish hard-on for red coins. This poison river where you had to ride this deteriorating lily pad down this stream of water that instantly kills you if you touch it and you can't afford to mess up or else you have to die and try again. You need Yoshi to ride these slow-ass boats of this one island to get there and he's hydrophobic, and that fucking pipe that you think will warp you back to the beginning of the obstacle course, but instead it just takes you back to the hub world. This game!
Still drinking. That has come off.
And
gamers,
then
that has come off.
blue coins. You remember
we
these
didn't even mention the blue coins, chat. All of that, chat, we still haven't mentioned the blue coins.
64, right? They were great. They got you 5 coins, but those 100 coin missions still suck dick. But here, the currency. For what? Shine sprites. You see these two? They can exchange your shine sprites for blue coins, and the citizens never think to arrest these jerk-offs.
Him acting drunk, yeah, it's like, all you gotta do is just slow your words a bit and change the volume every now and again, and you're fucking drunk. You just gotta sound like Egoraptor from Sequelitis with a little bit of extra slurring in the...
You know, they say the shine sprites are goddamn essential for sustaining life itself on Isle Delfino, yet here these two are, selling them like fucking heroin. Super Mario Sunshine becomes a totally different game when you're on the hunt for these things. There's 240 blue coins in the game, and they're fucking everywhere. In paint, in water, in fire. Hell, some of the civilians even reward you with blue coins for kicking some fucking fruit around. And some of these assholes reward you with shine sprites when you help them out with shit.
Can you see it, folks? Can you see it why I don't like these people? Oh, hey there. Oh, man, looks like you're on fire. It's too bad. Alright, seems you don't feel the need to run into the ocean that's just to your left. I'll put you out. With Yoshi's juices. Good to see you back, buddy. There you go. Putting that fire out with those guttural, acidic juices. Yoshi juice for everyone!
Oh, guys, bring it back. Bring it back. I'm sorry. I'm in awe, man. I'm in awe. I'll be real with you.
I mean, when I completed other games, I got something for it. Crash Bandicoot, the best ending. Sonic Lost World, yeah, those red rings are bullshit, but I still got Super Sonic for it. What's the point of collecting all the shine sprites in this game?
Yeah, true.
What is it?
Yoshi juice for everyone.
Bragging rights. My heart.
I mean, in all fairness, though, when you're a kid, bragging rights go hard. Yeah, Scott the Zoomer would never. He'd be like, oh, joke, and then review, and then joke, and then review. Ooh, joke in the review. I'm Scott the Wars. Joke in the review. It's fucking Mario Kart again. Shotgun mode. Oh, I live in fucking Toledo, Ohio. That's you. Oh, holy shit, it's Scott the Wars. You. That's you, Scott. Unbelievable.
Shattered when I first laid eyes on this ending image because it effectively, efficiently told me that I just wasted my goddamn time. All of
Do you know what this reminds me of, chat? It reminds me of a tweet I saw. It reminds me of a tweet I saw, chat. This. It reminds me of this tweet, gamers. Listen to this. Listen to this. We love Scott, to be clear. No, Scott hates me. Scott hates me. Scott hates me. Is my Twitter feed still fire? I don't know. You be the judge of it. It reminds me of this tweet.
I spent so much time with this game that I even have other memories that are anchored to certain points in certain stages. My parents were divorced by the time I was 2 years old, and I had never seen my mom kiss a man before, until one day when I saw her kiss my brother's dad, right at this very point in the Woodman stage, and I still remember it every time I pass through this screen today.
I'm telling you, they don't make them like we used to, man! Fuck my life, man. It's gonna give me the same energy as this. Not to the same degree, but like I'm just like, fuck it out, man.
those extra shine sprites, all of that.
Can we go back to this era? Oh man, I miss it a little, man. I miss it. Like reviews now are so much more refined and like analytically sound. I love it, but. Oh, you don't get this anymore.
I
have that same thing, or not? Ask it. What do you have, game moment? I'm curious. What's your childhood memory?
Those blue coins, my entire post-game journey, meaningless. And you notice the journey is what matters most, and not so much the destination. But the journeys suck too. Some of these missions are so fucking impossible that. Oh, Jesus.
Energy tank mug. Energy. I don't have a quirky mug. Fuck, guys, I don't have a quirky mug.
Oh, Super Mario Sunshine is a game I absolutely do not recommend fully completing. There's no sense of reward for doing so. Reflecting on the severe amount of trial and error, the amount of time you'll spend searching for the 240 blue coins, some of which can be extremely cryptic, and what you have to show besides a completed save file is just not worth it. Here's the kicker though, when you're just playing to reach the final battle with Bowser in the end, Super Mario Sunshine is great. In some ways I find it better than Super Mario 64.
Really? Interesting.
Smoother control, a better camera, some very interesting level design, fun challenges that won't make you break your controller, and while the game may be a bit alienating to longtime Mario fans with its surreal world and enemy design, I look at it as a breath of fresh air. It's different.
Do you know what's also a breath of fresh air? This. Sorry guys, I won't show you my tweets anymore, I apologize. Let's get back to the review.
Different, but it's still a 3D Mario game in its core. Don't let my horrible personal experiences with getting the 120 shine sprites affect your judgment for Super Mario Sunshine totally. The main quest is a great time, the rest of it just sucks balls. But you might find something enjoyable about it that I didn't see. All the more reason to give Super Mario Sunshine a try.
You know what you should try, Johnny? The new Granddad skin coming out for Mario Kart World. Alright, no more Twitter games, no more Twitter.
Alright. That's the end of that chapter. Sometimes revisiting something you haven't played in a long time can either lead to a disappointing realization or a hidden surprise. Sunshine sort of falls in the middle of that, but more on the hidden surprise though. But alright then, up next for the Mario Marathon, we got ourselves a double header. Super Mario Galaxy 1
what do you think of that,
follow-up Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now this one's going to take a little time.
I think this video chat was a collab with him and Nathaniel Bandy.
Finality.
Aw shit, I'm naked. Complete since I'm looking at 2 games for 1 video, and I appreciate your patience and understanding because of that. But it's not like August is going to be completely devoid of content. There's a certain hacking contest making its return to this channel that I may or may not do some live streams on, but more info on that later. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and take care.
Oh, we got something?
The world of special place.
Juan Ortiz. Do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of motion capture fight scenes, but with babies. That's what it reminds me of. Look at that, and then he kicks him, and then boom, and then that's what it reminds me of. Okay, that's enough about closing that square. Okay.
Never waste.
Everyone loves.
Either way, but listen, take me back, chat. Take me the fuck back, okay? Take me back, gamers. I want to go back. Can I go back? Can I go back to this era of review? Man. This childhood game from my childhood sucked. It was a pretty popular narrative. Yeah, I mean, all roads lead to the angry video game nerd in the end of it, eh? It's kind of how it went. Oh, what the hell? Lava chicken? We're not doing lava chicken. Let's have a look at the comments. As a political science major, I appreciate Johnny's analysis on the lack of individual rights in Elder Definition. Same. Honestly. Peach does try to speak over Mario at the trial. She raised her hand and said objection and judges overrule because he's on a rant. Yeah, she should have, like, totally Gangnam styled. She should have Gangnam styled just like Luigi did. She should have, like, totally, like, hit the Gangnam style. Where was it? No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Where's the Gangnam style? Where's Luigi Gangnam style? I want to see Luigi Gangnam style again. Not naked bandy, okay? Yeah, where's Luigi? You should have hit one of these. See, if Luigi was in the game, he would have hit one of those, and then Luigi would have been like, "Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I didn't realize he'd chill like that." He would have dapped him up, and then Mario would have been in Luigi's mansion instead. But no, we don't get that. I guess this is why Pianos are mobsters in 1,000 Year Door. Oh my god, true? I actually don't know if that's true or not. I've not played 1,000 Year Door. Johnny Strong and Stu has to be among the best things in this channel. Real, honestly. So real for this. So true, bestie. Yoshi juice for everyone. One more guys, one more tweet. Can we do one more tweet? One more tweet, I swear. Could we do one more tweet, chat? I'm glad only 2 people noticed I changed my school desktop background. Life used to be so much easier back then. Seven years, my guy's 7 years. Oh, come on, man. I'm sorry, guys. No more Twitter, I promise. It's just my tweets are fire, man. My tweets, my algorithm is so funny. It's actually so funny. I can't tell you how funny it is. Instead of Paul Konami, that pachinko shit. True. Sometimes I would try and tell back to 2003 to watch Johnny's initial reaction. That's bullshit. That's what he would have said. 2018 is 7 years ago. I'm old. Hello, old. I'm so musty. You got drunk over Morgan? Could you believe it? What the WTF did I just watch? Am I right, Aaron? Downvote. Probably your funniest review yet. It was funny. I liked you. Rip Machinima no-go. Oh, did he like edit them all out? John has an X-Bone? X-Bone! Give us some X-Bone! Oh, take me back, please. Oh, just take me back. We just got the X-Bone because it has no games. It's the X-Bone. Oh, this man deserves way more subs. He does, honestly. My child. Oh, what did Johnny say? I love how a ton of you noticed the Xbox One almost immediately. It was a half and half deal I made with my brother. We was going to get one eventually, so why not just pay half the price? Yay, drunk Johnny. In all fairness, half my chat loves it when I get drunk as well, because then you get shit like the shortcut reaction. Can you reviewed Luigi's Mansion? No. What the hell? Oh.
So then, you're back.
Shut up. What?
Thought I'd forget.
Could you,
what happened?
Can you pause, please, Johnny? Thank you. With the Meech cameo, that happens sometimes. I have a good feeling Donkey Kong 64 surely killed Johnny if he did a DK marathon. What do you guys think? What, you wanted to die? Just like die, bro? Fucking hell, lad. Gamers. Ref.
Hey! Hey! Have a fucking word within that ref!
Ref. You gotta have a word with him. You gotta have a word with him. What the heck? From Animal Crossing to Melee, I swear I have the same layout of games in the cabinet. What the hell? I miss emoticons, son. I miss them. I miss emoticons. This review's better than the actual game. True. The review and the game are good. That's your... And it's a better... And this reminds me of the Matthew Smart reply chain. Opinions should be held in higher regard to each other. That's not fact, it's just someone's viewpoint. Mine is still better. I'm not gonna lie. Your opinion's better at being the worst. I don't know, I kind of think he owns you, I'm not gonna lie. I think Smirk Pocket kind of little broed you, I'll be real. He has my sword. Yoshi juice for everyone. That's a legendary clip. A legendary clip, gamers. Quality and fun video, dude. I suppose you're 100% runs, but I'm one of those masochist players who love challenge. Yeah, see, I'm a real gamer. I'm a real gamer, chat. I'm a real gamer. And you guys are all fake gamers. Right, either way. A lovely nostalgic blast of the past, Johnny. What are you up to these days? Let's have a quick look, shall we? Let's have a quick look-see. Johnny versus Castlevania? Castlevania? Channel update? Final Fantasy? Carmen Sandiego sponsored? Oh, he's taking sponsored videos now. Oh, no. Oh, no, gamers. Oh, no. Rent is due. Rent is due, gamers. Oh, no. I can't believe this. Crazy work. Either way, good luck on you, Johnny. You're a gem. You're an underrated gem, Johnny, and we'll leave it there, okay?